Hi guys, I'm Janish Shah. I've been teaching for GMAT, GRE, CAT and other similar exams for 8 years now. In this video, we will be seeing a very simple yet a very powerful technique to solve certain questions in arithmetic based on ratios. So let's look at an example question. Ray sold his 2 mentions. He got twice as money for the second mention as he got for the first. He instructs that the sum of money that he got from sale of these mentions should be divided among his 4 sons, Anthony, Bale, Carlos, and David. The money that he got from the sale of the first mention, he wants that to be divided in the ratio 4:3:2:1. And the money that he got for the second mention, he wants that to be divided in the ratio 5:6:7:8, respectively, among these 4 sons. The question is, which son gets the largest total share? A. Anthony, B. Bale, C. Carlos, D. David, or E. cannot be determined and needs more information. Now, normally to solve this question, you would have used variables. So you would have taken the first sum as 4x, 3x, 2x, and x. The total therefore being 10x. And the second sum, you would have taken 5y, 6y, 7y, 8y, and the total being 26y. And you also know that the second sum is twice as large as the first sum. So you also know that 26y is 2 times 10x. So that will give you the relation between x and y. And then the total money that Anthony gets would be 4x plus 5y. Bale would be 3x plus 6y. Carlos would be 2x plus 7y. David would be x plus 8y. You substitute one variable in terms of the other and find these 4 things. But as you can see, this is a slightly tedious procedure. Instead of that, what you can do is this. You assume numbers. So you assume the second share, the second sum that he got for the sale of the mention, to be 260. The logic for that is because the total of these 4 numbers is 26. And you know that the second sum is twice as large as the first sum. So automatically, the first sum, which is divided in this ratio, is 130. Half of 260, because 260 should be twice of that. Now, once you do that, the calculations become simpler. So the second sum total is 260. Anthony gets 5 parts out of a total of 26 parts of this 260. So 26, 10. Therefore, Anthony gets 50. Similarly, Bale gets 60, Carlos gets 70, David gets 80. For the first sum, whose total is 130, Anthony gets 4 parts out of 10. And 130 into 4 by 10, which is 13 into 4, which is 52. Similarly, Bale will get 13 into 3, 39. Carlos will get 13 into 2. David will get 13 into 1. So adding this is much simpler than adding variables. Anthony gets total of 102, Bale 99, Carlos 96, David 93. Therefore, Anthony gets the maximum amount. Hence, the answer for this question is option A. So to summarize, a question on ratios, you can always assume a number, and it makes sense to take that number, which is a multiple of the total of the components of that ratio. Like we saw, 1:2 3 4 10, and 5:6 7 8 26. The more complicated number was 26, so we took the second sum as 260. Normally that multiple is 10 or 100. A very similar technique can be used in percentage questions, where you normally assume the number whose percentages you are finding to be 100. But at times there are exceptions, mainly to avoid decimals. So for example, if you know that something is increasing by 33.33%, you assume that number to be 300 and not 100. So that 33.33% of 300, which is 1/3, which will be 100. So you avoid decimals. And integers are much easier to work with than decimals. So as far as possible, you use numbers as an assumption instead of variables. Thanks guys. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something from it.